pull stones. I'm gonna try. So, like I said, chat, this is new to me. This is a lot of this is new for me. So I've never really done this. We're just going into uncharted territory today. So the lovely people at WotC have sent a PR kit, which is like cool as hell. So thank you. This is a gifted, these are all gifted packs. So I'm very fortunate to be able to do something like this and kind of experience it for the first time in this way. So thank you. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm excited to kind of like get a feel for it and learn. I do want to play, like I said, I do want to play Magic. And there's a locals near me that has like a decent Magic community. So maybe this is the first step. WotC won't do it. Pokemon won't do it. It is what it is. Open the play booster first. Well, I'll show you everything that has been sent my way. I'll show you what we'll be opening up today. So I got this, which is cool. This is, I did it wrong. I'm so sorry. So I got this, which is a bundle, which it says on the side, which looks like kind of like the Pokemon version of an ETB. Inside, it's got 9 booster packs, play boosters. It has an alt art traditional foil radioactive spider, and then it's got an oversized spin down life counter. The dice do look really cool. Plus, it's got 5 traditional foil and 5 regular full art spiderweb lands. So this is kind of like the ETB, but for Pokemon, but for Magic. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a Pokemon guy. What can I say? It's in the ETBs. So there's 9 packs in here, which is really cool. Separately to that, I got sent these 6 play boosters that are separate. So I'm assuming that these came out of a play booster box. Who knows what we'll find? That's the fun of opening up cards, isn't it, chat? And then I got sent these, which is crazy because I know that these are crazy. So I got 3 collector booster packs as well, which are kind of like the ultra juiced up packs to go through. So this is like the super juicy stuff. So out of all this stuff, chat, that I'm going to open up, how close to like getting to play do you think I am? Like if I rock up to locals with a deck that I made out of my 6 packs here, my 3 collector booster packs, and then the 9 packs that I have inside of this, am I just gonna get rolled because I'm like, yeah, this guy's got the Spider-Man deck, you know what I mean? Or do I need to go and like, what are the staples that I need to go and get? Like with Pokemon, you can go and buy like what do I call them? Like the trainer toolkits. Right, there's like a specific product where you can buy like a trainer toolkit. It has a lot of staples like commons, uncommons, whatever. And then it's got a few decent EXs. Like it'll probably have like your Vezendipities, your Squawkabilly, stuff like that. Is there a Magic equivalent for that I could go and get? 3 lottery tickets. Let's go. You need to join the okJLUV Magic community. Okay, I guess in my own Discord, I can find those answers. So constructed, you'll get rolled, but you can also try limited, like draft or sealed. I guess this was actually really cool too. This is Magic, but it's Japanese. I thought this was super cool. I've seen these opened up. I gotta open this up at some point. But this is like a pre-release kit. I don't know if the English pre-release kits are the same as the Japanese ones, but this is like really cute. That's probably the best way to explain it. Look, also, look how tiny it is. It's just like the perfect size. Their free client online is a good way to learn. Okay, dope. Playable Magic stables are generally incredibly available and cheap as singles. Dope. I'm not sure what the English pre-release kits look like. For... Actually, I've got them open up in a tab here. Dude, whatever this is looks cool as hell. Gift bundle. This looks cool. This gift bundle thing looks awesome. That is like just a really cool product. Like, kind of like display product. Did Magic not have pre-release kits in English? Is this only a Japanese thing? Gift bundle is 90 Emma, 200 market. What? Oh, that is the pre-release kit. The pre-release kit looks cool too. The FF are the same. Asteri confirmed. Asteri confirmed. What's up, Chicha? Good to see you. How you going today? All right. Well, let's start with, I'm going to say the bundle. Let's start with the bundle. You want these Spider-Man cards now? They have successfully psyoped you. What's the propaganda worked? Huge ups again to Wizards of the Coast for sending this across. This is a really cool, unique experience. So super grateful for that. Thank you again. Excited to get into this. And I'm not just saying like, hey guys, I want to play Magic because they sent me free stuff. It's been on the list. I opened it the wrong way. It's been on the list for years. I guess this is the kick up the behind that I needed to get it done. Okay, cool. Oh yes, another box. I love boxes. I'm not even kidding. Boxes are the best. Cool. Also kind of cool. Boxes are the best because you can store your cards in them. That webbed menace has finally gone too far. Later. Midtown Melee imperils beloved establishment. Is this just a thing? It's just a thing. It's Tom Hardy. You know, I still haven't seen those movies. I do know that the end of Venom 3 has that one scene where he's like, and he's like, I'll never forget you, friend. And he's like talking to this the symbiote, right? The symbiote. A lot of my Spider-Man knowledge comes from the PS1 game, which I played to death. I played that game so much. Whoa. What's this pack? Oh, that's the pack that has the fellas in it. The symbiote. Cool. Oh, sweet. Oh, okay. So the packaging is the counters. Dude, Pokemon could learn a thing or two from this because their packaging is also the product. Significantly less plastic waste. That way you just get cardboard. If you don't want these, you recycle them. English ETBs have so much plastic waste. This is way better. Huge ups. I rate this. That's not even like, I'm not even just like trying to reach here. Half the time you don't use the stuff that comes in these because you've already got it. So if you're going to put more stuff in it to make it accessible, make it recyclable. Less plastic packaging, the better. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Less plastic packaging, the better. The dice is cool. Show us the box design. I'm going to show you the dice first. It's cool. That's got a little Spider-Man emblem on it. Make them edible? True. That would fix a lot of problems. That would fix hunger at the same time. This is cool. I'm going to roll it. 14. I'm going to try and rig the dice roll. I'm going to get 7. I'm going to get 7. I'm going to get 7. I got 11 twice. That's pretty good. Okay, so these are the staples. Are these like lands? I don't know. I'm going to figure this out. You know what? I know some stuff, right? I know some things. I'm not stupid. I'm not a dumb guy. Okay, these are promos because they say P in the bottom left. I know that much. Radioactive spider. Plains. That's a land because it says land in the bottom left. Okay, that is the promo. The promo is Red Axis Spider. Okay, so you get hollow lands, basic land, island. So I know lands in general are just like across the board. It's just a land is a land. Like it doesn't matter what kind of land it is. It doesn't matter whether it's like mountain land, forest land, or does it matter? These are kind of cool. These, I'm guessing, are like having hollow energies. Land equals energy. Oh, dude, I'm so smart. I'm the smartest guy alive. Okay, so plains, forest, mountain, swamp, and island are the 5 different types of lands in Magic. Okay, cool. He's learning. These all look dope. I'm not gonna lie. There are non-basic lands too. Dude, I can only imagine the Final Fantasy lands look awesome. Dude, what's he? Send me Final Fantasy. Please, let's go back in time. Basic lands, basic land plains. Wait, so this is the same, but just not as cool. Okay. This is the same, but just not as cool. Island, swamp. These also still look cool. Mountain, mountain, forest, forest. Okay, cool. Great. So those are my lands. Well, I don't need to like sleeve those. They all look cool. You'll pull the non-basic lands in the packs. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm like a learning by doing kind of guy. So I could read all this stuff, but it wouldn't sink in until I actually did it. I feel like this is going to cement my understanding of Magic the Gathering, like massively, because I'm finally going to understand it because we're doing it. I want to go back to the time when foils was hard to get. Is this bad? Is there discontent around lands being hollow? Is a statement like, I want to go back to the time when foils was hard to get, similar to when I'm like, get rid of full art super rares? Okay, so these are the same, but just non-hollow. Swamp. They don't look as cool. This is the same, but non-hollow. It's the same, but non-hollow. Oh, dude, the rules. On your turn, untap, turn your cards upright, draw a card. So I've played Lorcana, so I know Lorcana borrows from Magic. First main phase, play a land, 1 per turn, cast creatures, other spells. Combat, declare attackers, your opponent declares blockers, combat damage is dealt. Sounds like Lorcana. Second main phase, play a land, cast creatures, other spells, any phase, creatures heal past the turn. In Lorcana, your creatures don't heal. Spells have a mana cost in the upper right. To cast a spell, tap your lands for mana. This spell costs a total of 4 mana. Mana. I should say mana, like an Aussie. This symbol means you need 2 of any kind of mana. These symbols mean you need 1 mana and 1 mana. 1 swamp and 1 forest. I'm learning. I know that is swamp. There is more discontent with full art lands. They used to be super cool and unique, but every set does them now. Okay, I now know the rules of Magic. You can choose whether or not to block. Okay, only untapped creatures can block. You don't have to tap creatures to block them. If you have tapped, if you're tapped, because you've attacked, so on your turn you attack and then you tap, then you use your mana, right? And let's say like, whatever, like I've used my, I don't know, 2 mountain, right? Then now it's my opponent's turn, right? If they attack me, I just cop the damage. That's how it works in Lorcana, right? But if I'm untapped, I can choose to block. And then I don't take the damage. And now I've blocked the damage. And then I do damage to my opponent based on whatever my attack is. They cop it. Yeah, cool. So it sounds like Lorcana. Alright, good. Good thing I played Lorcana then. Got it. Noted. Alright. So, chat, can I ask a question? Chat, I have a question. If I'm going to... I just drink too much water. You know? That's basically what it comes down to, chat. Pokemon took that... Pokemon took that same mana approach as Magic, designed by the same people. But yeah, it's different though. Magic's it's different though. Because once you use your energy, like, it's just... Pokemon's different because once you attack, that's your turn. That's different. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be right back. It's really important. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm back. Dude, I drink way too much water. It's ridiculous. I gotta stop drinking water. Magic can either get you mana screwed or flooded easily. What does that mean? All right, so 6, 9. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna put these over here. I really don't think I need to sleeve all of those lands, even if they're foil. I feel like that's excessive. All right, so the 9 booster packs from the bundle. They just call it bundle. Is it just literally called bundle? They just call it bundle. They just straight up just say it's bundle. All right. I know that the pack trick is like kind of weird for these. Like I feel like you're meant to, like you go, like this is like your, they call it token. Wait, that's the hit. Damn it. No. So that's my hollow, that's my foil land. Has he bottled it already? Yeah, these are tokens and they're double-sided. They're just kind of like whatever. Rare or at the back. Bottled it. Oh, so I already bottled it? That's awesome. Dude, I'm the best at this though. I know that Lolviet has like a thing that he does, but I don't know if Japanese packs are different. There's no card trick. Okay. Okay. Well, that's my rare. Sinister Hideout. It's a land. It's a foil land. Is your rare always foil? I guess we'll find out. This land enters tapped. Add island or swamp. Surveil 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard. What is your library? Is that your deck? Under the sea it stands. And then you get like flavor text. Okay. Doc Ox Henchman. Steel Wrecking Ball. That's not your rare. That's your guaranteed foil. Ah, gotcha. Grow extra arms. Risky research. What's the theme they're going for with this set? Like, is it just like any Spider-Man? Like Spider-Man across the whole like world of Spider-Man? Or is it like specifically like this era of Spider-Man? Because you have different, there's different like Spider-Man universes and like stories and stuff. The theme is just Spider-Man. Technically it's Spider-Verse. Yeah, because I know there's like a Spider-Pig card. I've seen some of the cards. Beetle, Legacy Criminal. Spider Islanders. Are the quotes from certain comics? I'm gonna guess like that they are. That would make sense. And that's kind of cool. Hot dog cart. Dude, I haven't had a hot dog, like your traditional hot dog, in decades. I reckon since I was like, definitely since I was a teenager. I just don't eat hot dogs anymore. Because I found out what was in them and I was like, dude, never again. Rhino, Barreling Brute. Iron Spider, Stark upgrade. That's cool. I like Iron Man. So that's my rare. So I went through, that was uncommon. So that's my rare. And then I got a foil uncommon.
Pussio,
Spider UK.
Kombucha.
Spiders across the multiverse are
These
dying.
nuts.
I must keep them
Have a
safe.
nice day.
It's British Spider-Man. JLove confirmed in his 30s. That's crazy. You're so obsessed with my age. You're such an age Andy, dude. What's up, Noms? Good to see you, King. Thank you for the 42 months. Nerd but announced. Thank you, boss. Why am I a nerd? What? Because I'm opening up Spider-Man? That's crazy, dude. All right. Well, I'm gonna sleeve these guys. The Final Fantasy set was so good. I was just too late to the party. Although a friend of mine did offer to sell me a play booster, but I just never got around to it. And I guess part of that is it is like pretty expensive. If you're collecting multiple TCGs, your costs do add up. It is pricey out there. They smell weird. Is it just me or the... Oh, dude, the cards smell so different. Oh, that's the rare. My bad. The cards smell so different. Do Magic cards always smell like this? They smell like medicinal, like they smell like a first aid kit. Has anyone ever noticed that? They smell like a first aid kit. I'm not gonna lie. Like they smell like Band-Aids. Why is that? This feels like when a TCG has a random collab and none of the cards fit. What's the vibe on Spider-Man, like in the general Magic space? Like, are they for it or against it? I know that the SpongeBob one has gotten like a lot of... Like, there's been like a lot of discourse around the SpongeBob one. Food. Fuck. Got me thinking about hot dogs all stream, doesn't it? Robot. Okay. Thank you. All right, so that's my foil. Spider-Man, Brooklyn Visionary. That one's cool. Anakin Udofia. I like that card. That looks dope ass. Inner Demons Gangsters. Daily Bugle Reporters. Passenger Ferry. These artists, are they like recurring Magic artists, or are the artists always different depending on the set? Because I know Final Fantasy had like a lot of Japanese artists, but then do they just go back to their typical, like, I don't want to say Western, but like international artists that always do sets? Electro's Bolt. Vibrant Cityscape. Eerie Gravestone. Spider Islanders. Flying Octobot. Craven, Proud Predator. Spider Slayer, Hatred Honed, uncommon. Oh, that's cool, with great power. That's like the quote, the thing that he says. How does it end? There must also come great responsibility. That's right, Uncle Ben. Why is he so big though? EM Gist. Peter Parker's camera, rare. So I got two rares? I got 2 rares in that pack. And a basic land. Okay. So I got 2 rares. Is that cool? Am I the GOAT now? Is that like, oh my god, I got 2 rares? Like I don't know how to be excited. This is so different. Like when you don't know, you don't care, and you're just like, cool, that looks cool, and everything's just so fresh and new. Feels so innocent. Noms, do you play a lot of Magic? Uncommon. Okay. So far I've got an uncommon foil, a rare foil. Okay. So, secret layers, right? Secret layers are one thing, but a forced standard set is tough. So Final Fantasy was standard as well. It wasn't a secret layer. So secret layer is when it's a third party set, but it is not standard. Is that correct? So the cards don't find their way into standard play and only really in commander. Is that correct? Food. Man, this is making me want a hot dog. That's crazy. The big takeaway so far is that I really want to have a hot dog now. It's been years. Starling, Aerial Ally, Doc Ox Henchman, Steel Wrecking Ball, Grow Extra Arms. Okay, so we're already seeing some recurring cards. Maybe this is just it's because that's how it goes for common. Spider-Man no more. Being Spider-Man has brought me nothing but unhappiness. And for what? That's not true. If I was Spider-Man, I would not be unhappy. It would change your life, but you kind of just roll with the punches. At the end of the day, you can fly, man. Come on. Like, think about it. I get it. Like, I understand the story. I get it. Like, people die and stuff, but life goes on, man. Easy to say when you're not Spider-Man. But also, like, if you were Spider-Man, look, the reality is your life isn't going to necessarily be perfect if you weren't Spider-Man. So, like, you can't just be like, man, if I wasn't Spider-Man, everything would just be normal and people wouldn't die. No, that will still happen. Life is still normally bad too. Like, if you're not Spider-Man. So, at least you're Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? The Spots Portal. Hide on the ceiling. You could also just, like, be Spider-Man and then just not do anything. You could just, like, have the powers. You know what I'm saying? Gwen Stacy, M. What's M mean? Spiders don't hold still given any other choice, and I have all the choices in the multiverse. Hide on the ceiling. That's not the hot Aunt May. It's the normal one. Angry Rabble. And a land. So do you always get a you always get a foil out of these packs, right? Yes. Is that actually a waifu here? Wait, oh wait, this is a mythic. Actually, no. I know this. M is mythic. That's what the M stands for. So I know mythic is good. It's good to get mythics. Yeah, mythic. Let's go, baby. Okay, I don't know, because I read something that, I read something that when you get mythics, it's good because there are few mythics in a set. So anytime you get a mythic, chances are you get, like, what you get is good. You know what I mean? Not like how, like when you get an EX card, it's like, oh, I got like Palafin EX, like whoop-de-doo. Or you get some like just jobber Pokemon EX that doesn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same as EX, low-key. Okay. Some mythics are duds. Okay, so I read wrong. So wait, not all of these have a backside? Is that some of them don't? So does this card always have a backside or sometimes it doesn't? Why is this so good? When Gwen Stacy enters, exile the top card of your deck or library. You may play that card for as long as you control this creature. So island, mountain, and plains? Does that mean you got to play 2 island, 1 mountain, and 1 plains? This card is $5 on TCG Player pre-release, so definitely go down. Sorry, bro, it's a dud myth. Okay, whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know the rules. She is modal dual-faced card. You cast either side of it. The cast is on the bottom right. Interesting. I'm learning. Dude, so like, it's like an EX then. Because like most EXs are like $5 off the rip. It was only really like, I don't know, Silver Tempest where V and V stars were like $40 on release. Cards like Lugia. Two of any land, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white. Ah, okay. So you don't have to necessarily play the specific lands. So what are you going for? Like, what's like the ultimate goal when you're opening up play boosters? Like in terms of like degen chase hitting, hit chasing, Dude, I swear this is my first stream. The card with the highest dollar value. Okay. But like, what can you realistically pull from play boosters? Guy in the chair. Is this CEO of Sex? Is this the guy from the movies? What's his name? What's his mate? What's his mate's name? No, this is different because this is... He's friends with Miles. Heads up, Miles. There's a service over on 5th you might want to check out. Ned. Is that Ned? Is that the Miles Morales universe version of Ned? Venom's Hunger. Starling. Amazing Acrobatics. Spider-Gwen. Free Spirit. Scout the City. Pumpkin Bombardment. Spider-Bot. Spider-Girl. Legendary Creature. Daily Bugle Building. Heroes Hangout. Hydro-Man. Fluid Felon. Venomized Cat. Mountain. Okay. I got a foil land. The Soul Stone variants are the big hits. There are other alternate art spectacular Spider-Man cards that are only in collector boosters. Textured foil. Dude, they smell so different. So that's a realistic magic pack. You got a non-foil rare, a foil common, and a regular R land. Okay. That's like 75% of play boosters. Okay. For Mythics, your chase is the Soul Stone, then Gwen Venom or Anti-Venom. Okay. How many Mythics do you get out of a play booster box? Carson, I know a guy with an E-Series Aquapolis Master Set in nice shape. And I was thinking about how much that's worth now. It's nuts. English or Japanese? Well, I guess English, because they don't call it Aquapolis in Japanese. You get 3 or 4 Mythics per booster box. Beetle. Electro's Bolt. Spider-X. Common Crook. Daily Bugle Reporters. Bagel and Schmear. What's Schmear? Is that like sauerkraut? Or is that cream cheese? I'm genuinely asking. What is Schmear? Cream cheese? Why call it Schmear? What? The Masked Meower. Gallant Citizen. Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Terrific Team Up. It's Yiddish? Wait, what's Yiddish again? Yiddish. A language used by Jewish people in Central and Eastern Europe. That's right. So why is Yiddish the Yiddish word for cream cheese schmear? Because they schmear it? There's no way. You learn something new all the time. Piloted by Penny. Spider / Doctor. I don't know this. I don't know the lore here. Who is Penny again? Talking about hot dogs. Do Costco in Australia here? I think that's the play if I want a hot dog. I got to go to Costco. So my mother-in-law, I'm not married, but, you know, my girlfriend's mum has a Costco membership. So maybe I should use that and just go get a hot dog. Get a $1 lunch. Spider Sense. Common Crook. Okay. Basic Land. IRL stream at Glizzy Mukbang. Come on, man. I don't think anybody says Glizzy anymore. That's a very dated. Nobody says Glizzy anymore. There was a period in time where that was hilarious. And now nobody says Glizzy. Glizzy is like one of those things that was like, it's one of those terms that just is hilarious and spammed and then becomes extremely unfunny. Nobody says glizzy anymore. Nah, nobody says glizzy. New Yorkers still say glizzy? Ain't no way, dude. Come on, man. Leave glizzy in 2024. Come on, dude. What are you doing? Leave it in the past. Angry Rabble. That's you guys when I say nobody says glizzy. Craven's Cat. Swarm. Spiderman. Is this like, should I be just going faster on these? Like, what's the play? Because like, I don't care. I'm like learning. So I'm going like at this pace. How do magic openers typically go? Like, what's the meta for when people open magic typically? Discard a card, sacrifice this creature, draw a card. So this only costs 1 land. When it doesn't have a number, wait, when it doesn't have a number, what does it mean? If it doesn't have a number there, what does it mean for the cast? The meta to opening magic packs is skip right to the end. That's crazy. Stream would be done in like 5 minutes. Just 1 mountain. Okay, but what does this mean? 1 plane? Like, what's the difference? 1 plane and 1... Ah, gotcha. 1 plane and 1 random. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Mechanical Lobster. Madam Web. I never saw that movie. I heard it stunk. Green Goblin. Costume Closet. Damn. Villainous Wrath and Thwip. And University Campus. Interesting. Whoa. Interesting. Who does the art for these? Who does the art for these cards? Well, I asked that just before. I'm like, are these like the regular, for, I guess, a more Western set, which is what I want to call this, versus like Final Fantasy? Are they like regular Magic artists? Or is it always different who draws them? Because like Magic style is pretty consistent, irrespective of what IP it is. Has the SpongeBob set come out yet? Or am I tripping? Glizzy. See, I said it, chat. You happy? I said glizzy. I said glizzy. Craven's Cats. Swarm. Spider-Man. Webslinger. Stegron. Whoosh. Gallant Citizen. Spiderbot. Spectacular Tactics. Sudden Strike. Sandman's Quicksand. That one looks kind of cool. It's very black. Superior Foes. I keep doing that. Agent Venom. Rare. Mob Lookout. Sinister Hideout. What's up, SP Crash? How you going? Do not say SpongeBob and set in the same sentence ever. So what is the SpongeBob? Have the SpongeBob magic cards released? Why can't I say set? Or am I imagining something? Is that like not a real thing? They were a secret lair. Okay. So why did everybody get upset about the SpongeBob? Why was there like strong discourse? Secret lair is how Watsy sells singles. New Shinji Kanda SAR. No leaks, Faith. No leaks. You know how I feel about leaks. You know how I feel about leaks. Subway Train. Merciless Enforcers. Web Up. Mysterio's Phantasm. Angry Rabble. Gallant Citizen. Vibrant Cityscape. Rhino's Rampage. Web Shooters. That's kind of funny. Javier Charo. Hobgoblin. Carnage. Love this guy. Rare. Jackal. Genius geneticist. So I got 2 rares. And a common. So that was like a good pack. And a land. Always got a land. Because Magic does not mesh with SpongeBob. It's just too silly. But like Magic doesn't mesh with Spider-Man either. So like what's the difference? What are some of the new secret layers that are coming out beyond, or like collabs beyond this? Like what's the next main Magic set? Are hardcore Magic fans like clamoring for a traditional Magic set that doesn't have a crossover? Oh yeah, did the Sonic one come out already? Avatar. Is Avatar a secret layer? Or is it a main set? Spider token. Whoopsie. Alright, this is the last pack from the bundle. Kapow. Venom. Thwip. Doc Ock's Henchman. Steel Wrecking Ball. Masked Meower. Was Strixhaven a secret lair? Or was it a traditional set? Main set? Oscott. You can't do this to me. Do you have any idea how much I sacrificed? Spots Portal. Whoop. You get him, Lola. Maximum Carnage. An enchantment. For any 4 mana and a mountain. Web Warriors. University Campus. Some loud banging going on outside. Avatar is a main set. The secret layer cards are usually not mechanically unique. They are reprints of cards, so if you don't want to play with SpongeBob, you don't have to. Crossover sets basically force you to play dumb crossover cards as they are all mechanically unique. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I understand. Got it. All right, well, I don't know how that went in terms of like hits, but I'm learning. Now I feel like I've learned a lot. I would have to read all these cards one by one. That would probably drive you guys insane. Is that why you guys are saying that Secret Layers is how WotC sells singles? Because people are like, oh, I want to play with this. I have this like card in my deck that's from, I don't know, 25 years ago, but I want to play the SpongeBob version in my Commander deck. So I'll buy the SpongeBob Secret Layer version of it. Is that what you were saying? But now they're locking unique cards behind Secret Layers. Okay, I can see how that would be crazy. And then you have to buy the single. Is that why you're saying Secret Layers is a way to like force single purchases? Interesting. So did WotC used to promise that they would make a Magic the Gathering version of like Web Warriors, for example? So that you could have the Spider-Man version and then just the WotC or like the typical high fantasy Magic version. That seems like a lot of work. They already did for the online clients because Marvel did not allow them to release these cards digitally. What? Really? So, what is Web Warriors? Is Web Warriors a unique new Magic card in the standard format? Question 1. Question 2, if there is a Magic version, high fantasy version of this, What is it called? Is it also called Web Warriors? This is extremely like daunting for someone new to be like, whoa. But now I'm learning. Dude, doing a magic stream was awesome. I'm learning so much today. Today's like the most I will probably learn all week. What? Learning? Hashtag learning. Okay, next up, I have 3 play boosts. There ain't no way I held these up and said 3. Next up, I have 6 play boosters. Where the f did I pull 3 from? Do the play boosters have any cards that are textured or just foiled? That's a good question. Oh, this one seems hard to open for some reason. Just foiled. Robot. Planes. Wait, what? What happened here? I didn't do anything. Why was the land at the front? I literally didn't do anything. I literally didn't do anything. English packs made in Japan are backwards. That explains what Lol Viet was doing when we opened up the Japanese magic. That's so crazy. What? So because these 6 were sent separately. These weren't in the bundle. These were sent as separate loose packs. What? That's so crazy. I'm learning so much today. That might have been the pack I just opened. Struggling to find where the difference would be. The packs look exactly the same. Under the flap. Oh yeah, the flaps do look different. Okay, so these ones are made in Japan. These are the ones that must be made in Japan. And then these are the ones that are made in the US. Interesting. Oh. Oh, yeah, you're right. Fabrique au Japon. Fabrique au Japon. And then this one says Fabrique au États-Unis. I don't know what language that is. French? It's French. Okay, well, there you go. Chichai, did I end up cracking my slab? I have not cracked any slab. I think that's a next stream thing. I have like a lot of slabs that I need to crack. Come on, buddy. There we go. Treasure. Okay, wait, so I gotta do this. Yeah, that's right. I gotta do this. This was what Uncle taught me. And then he did this. He put the land here, and then he put that and that to be like the last hit is like the goated one. Yeah, I know what's up. I know what's up. City Pigeon. Electro's Bolt. Seen a lot of these. Angry Rabble. Venom. Taxi. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool looking card. Spider-Man India. What? There's a Spider-Man India? Learn something new every day. These ones look cool. Spider-Mobile. Wise Crack. Swamp. Land. Rocket Power Goblin Glider. Lurking Lizards. Okay. I pinged you on Discord to show you the difference. Thank you. Web Warriors. What? Diligent Web Keepers? That's so confusing. How are you supposed to keep track of that? How many new cards did the Spider-Man set introduce into standard Magic? City Pigeon. They really had to find ways to fill out the set. You're not wrong. You ain't wrong. City Pigeon is actually diabolical. That is actually really funny. City Pigeon. Sewer Lid. Subway. Ticket Inspector. I'm just thinking of different ways to pad out a set. It's like if Pokemon started printing like tall grass. Trainer 67. Pokeball. Well, I mean, they do that. Or like Worried Mum. I know they do. Ugh. Judge. Yeah, but Judge is like... Judge makes sense. There's a judge. It's like umpire. City Pigeon is like diabolical. That's like saying like foggy alleyway. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's the land. Okay. But like, we've seen these a million times. So a lot of the commons and uncommons, we've seen these before. Shriek feels like a new one. Spider Girl. Mysterio. Didn't get any like borderless. Oh, we got 2 rares out of that one. 2 rares and and a common foil. Like, I haven't got any like I know there's like really cool borderless cards. Like, how do you get those borderless ones? Or like the spectacular Spider-Man ones. Fog Crystal. Borderless. Wait, so borderless are only in the collector packs. So what's the best hit you can get out of a play booster pack? What? Is it just the stone? Are you just purely going for the stone? Wait, so there's really nothing else to go for in the play boosters. That's a bit of a shame. I feel like they should at least put some mid-tier thing in there. Or, like, the mythics are just not... Because the mythics are just EXs. Okay, well, I'm kind of torn. If Pokemon did what Magic do, which is completely strip special arts out of play boosters, and then put them in, like, a unique set, that would be bad. So I don't rate that. But if they did, like... some middle ground, that would be good. Okay, I get you. Okay, I'm starting to get you. That's a new one. Wild Pack Squad. Is that, what's her name? The cat lady. Black Cat. I was gonna say Stray Cat. That's crazy. Dude, they actually made Subway Train. Well, I said Ticket Inspector, so. Masked Meower. Why do you dislike this card again, Noms? Oh, so, whoa! See, there is borderless. Who is the liar? I guess you are the liar. So I know that there's like crazy dope foil versions of these. Dude, you actually got smoked, Kygus. You actually got done in real time. You are so stupid. Why do you talk? You don't know anything. You actually are so dumb. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. Oh, they don't actually have borderless cards in the play boosters? They actually don't put any borderless in the... Ooh, this one's got... I was gonna say, this one had texture, but it doesn't. Spectacular Spider-Man. Okay. It's not foil. So there are like... I know that there's foil ones of these. That, I'm guessing, is exclusive in a collector booster. That borderless card has exclusive collector booster versions. Textured and the Spider-Man suit can be different. Yeah, I saw there was like 7 different variants of this card. All right, these are cool. I like them. I think they look cool. Borderless look cool. Like when I opened up Magic with Uncle, with Lorviette, and every time I saw borderless, I was like, "What? The borderless ones are insane." He's like, "Yeah, they're not that rare." But I'm like, "But they look so cool, like fundamentally." I guess I trusted and believed in you for Magic the Gathering information, and you lied to me. You always do this. You just spread misinformation all day. Yeah, dude, Murray, at least Murray's gets it right, dude. Kygus, you know nothing. Alrighty. So, token out of here. And then... It's the American way. Don't generalize your people like that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. What's up, FaZe Brendan? How you going, dude? The Spider-Man borderless is $8 on TCG Player. Is it playable? How playable is it? What's the most playable card that I've found today? Is it the Gwen Stacy? Whoa. Well, holy wall of text. There are 15 mythic rares. There are 7 rare and 3 mythic rare. Web Slinger C. I don't know what that means. Can I show the Amazing Spider-Man? I can. Give me a second. Kygus, don't try to defend yourself. You've already proven, you've already shown your ass. Is anyone playing Silk Song here? Any Silk Song players in the chat? Yeah, but where's the fun in that, Kygus? I already got that one already. I got that twice. I got 3 rares. I got a foil rare and then 2 rares. I'm the best. What happens when you assume, Kygus? Yeah, I can show this Amazing Spider-Man or the Spectacular Spider-Man up close. Hell yeah, dude. No foil though. No foil on this one. Spectacular Spider-Man gains flying until end of turn. 1. Sacrifice Spectacular Spider-Man. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Is 3 how much I attack for and 2 how much I block for? I'm assuming that is what it is. Okay, there you go. Okay, so no mythic, but the best card I got there was the Spectacular Spiderman. Cool. So apparently the foil you can only find in these packs. I'll show you them real quick. I'm not going to open them. I'm going to keep them sealed and then sell them on the free market for a profit. I'm joking, chat. For legal reasons, that is a joke. That would also get me in big trouble. Imagine if I did that. That's crazy. That is a literal infinite money scheme. Until they stop sending you the stuff. Ooh. Okay, so I've also got these 3 collector boosters, which is pretty exciting. It's crazy to think that on the secondary market, a booster box of these would cost 1,200 Australian dollars. But if I was to get it retail, even at retail, this would cost 540 retail. That's still a lot. That's still a lot. But it is like ultra premium, like super juicing. The EV on a box cannot be anywhere near 1,200. I refuse to believe it. Let's start with this one. All right. So instead of 14 cards, you have 15 in these. I remember I bought one of these as a gift for Lol Viet because he let me stay at his house on the second trip I did Japan this year. And I was like, open it. And he was like hesitant. And I was like, what? And he didn't want to open it. Biggest sealed Andy. Anyway, we opened it. I actually can't open this. Why is this so much harder to open? We got nowhere near close to the value of the pack. How much is the pack worth now? These are definitely... These have different packaging. Yeah, but you already have sealed collector Final Fantasy boosters, so... I didn't know. I was like, what do you mean you want to keep it sealed? Let's open it. Let's have some fun. And then I learned. I had fun. I mean, I'll always remember that day now. Marvel art series. Ooh, that's cool. So you can only get these aren't playable. These are just cool looking cards. There you go. Okay. So is there a trick? Is there some trick to this? Well, I'm an Annie because I had fun. I had fun that day. I had a memory with you. Excuse me for wanting to make memories with my friend. Do I just flip this? I guess we just do it. Okay, so these are foils of basically... Okay, I know, now I fully understand it. So the first, like... I don't know. What is it? The first 9 cards are going to be just foils of the commons and uncommons. That's why okay, gotcha. So I get it now. So a collector booster box, a collector booster pack doesn't have a booster box worth of hits, but it does have roughly a booster box worth of the guaranteed foil. And then exclusive cards inside. All right, I fully get it now. I get it now. Gotcha. Okay, Starling. Spider. Spider Rex. Venomized Cat. Rampaging Classmate. Hobgoblin. Madam Web. Scorpion. Ezekiel. Alright, so now we're in our land. Planes. Hide on the ceiling, rare. And foil. So 1 rare, foil. 1 rare land, but non-foil. Another rare, borderless. No. Just rare land. Okay, a rare mythic. So you always get a mythic out of these. Extended art. Oh, this was extended art. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Because I can see. It's not, it's like, yeah, gotcha. Not always a mythic. So not always a mythic. So what is it if it's not always a mythic? Ooh. I think you are guaranteed that type of card, which I believe is a reprinted card with comic art. Lovely, yeah. Come on, man. Okay. So the rare holo is this comic one. That does look cool. Oh, these are laid out really awesome. So like, is this what happens? Oh, because it's an enchantment. I gotcha, which is like these ones. Comic font is a bit much. Gotcha. As this saga enters and after you draw step, add a lore counter. Okay, gotcha. So that is what they normally look like. I think these are awesome. I think these are really cool. Is this the first time they've done something like that? I think that's really, really, really cool. I know I'm like new to all this, but I think that is just a really cool way to do things. I think if Pokemon did that with like special art cards for Pokemon and like their attacks looked really unique and cool like that, almost like the Legends era cards, that would be really cool. That'd be just like a really cool thing. I think that is just a really cool concept. Dope. Alrighty. So this Savage Beating card as the mythic. Is the Savage Beating mythic always look like this? Or is this like a special one? Savage Beating is a reprint. Is it a reprint of a previous Magic card? There you go. Interesting. Reprinted card from outside standard with comic panel art. So is it called Savage Beating in the previous original print of it? I gotta sleeve all these. I'll do that later. All right. Collector booster number 2. It's from Dark Steel. When did Dark Steel come out? These are much harder to open, I'm not gonna lie. $2004. Okay, foil token. Alrighty. So the first 5 are just common foils. Subway train, selfless police captain, gallant citizen. Then the uncommons, supportive parents. Costume closet. I was going to make a joke about that, but my parents were supportive, so. And that could be mean if your parents weren't supportive. I really hope your parents were supportive, chat. Basic land. Electro. Assaulting battery. Okay, borderless friendly neighborhood. Extended border, sorry. By organic Carapace. Whoop. Whoop. Wedding ring, mythic. And then foil, extended border, friendly neighborhood. Okay. These are cool. That's cool. Obviously, that is like the coolest card for me. So is this a reprint of a previous Magic card? Wedding ring is great in group hug commander. So are all the mythics reprints? So much to absorb. So much to absorb. So wait, you're telling me, Murray, that you're okay with crossover sets if it's an IP that you like, but if it's not, you don't like it. So if it's Fantastic Four, you're cool with it, but if it's Spider-Man, you hate it. Make it make sense, Murray. We got another ad. I can't skip this next one. So we're just going to let it pass before I open this last pack. So what is like the absolute, I need it, I must pull it, that you can potentially get from these? Like what is like life-changing pull from these? Soulstone. Is Soulstone a reprint? Or a new card? Is Soulstone like One Ring? What's up, Soccer Tour? How you going? Not limited, but very rare to find. So it's not as crazy as One Ring, is what you're saying. If I can wave a magic wand and prevent the crossover sets, I absolutely would without a second thought, but I can't. I won't support the stuff I don't care about, but if they get me, you know? The thing is, Murray, you gotta hold strong even when they bait you like that. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. I don't understand though, like what's... okay, I do kind of get it. So like, you are technically getting less traditional Magic high fantasy sets per year because throughout the year, you're getting these crossover sets that are part of your standard sets. And so you kind of go to Magic for the high fantasy. I get it. It sounds like they need to just make all the collaborations secret layers and have it just be an extra product and not the primary release for that year. So instead of having stuff like Spiderman replace a standard set, you just get extra Magic for the year with the collab sets. And you still get the same amount of traditional fantasy, like high fantasy sets you would get. What year did they start chopping the sets and like splitting them between high fantasy, traditional Magic, and yeah, like Nom said, universes? What year did they start doing that, like hardcore? Lord of the Rings, and that was 2023, right? And that's where the One Ring came from. So in 2023, one standard set was replaced with a Universe Beyond set. And then since then, you've had Assassin's Creed, FF, Spider-Man, and Avatar. So has it only been one set per year? I guess Assassin's Creed, was that? I'm going to say that was 2024. And then FF and Spider-Man would be this year. Is Avatar this year? Will the reprint / mythic full arts be nicely priced in 6 to 12 months? Well, are these not nicely priced? I feel like if these are like 10 or 20 bucks, that's like pretty decent. No, like I don't want to be an apologist for it, especially as an outsider. I'm trying to understand it, Noms. Because, like, yeah, by that logic, even just one set per year is like 3 sets in 1 year replacing your traditional set is like pretty full on. Honestly, with the way Pokemon is now, I would just be like, it is what it is. And I just, you know me though at the moment, like the things that I love, I'm kind of just like, whatever. I'm like finding another way to like whatever I like. So I'm a bad example. I'm a bad person to ask that question. Because like if Pokemon one set per year brought in like a Nintendo IP, let's say like Pokemon just brought in like SpongeBob one day for one set per year, I'd be like, well, that's going to look really weird in the grand scheme of things, but okay. And then I would just be like, whatever. Because there's like so many years of Pokemon before that it's like, well, I guess I have had a lot of Pokemon for the last 25, 30 years. So it's not like they haven't serviced the Pokemon fan in me. So I'm like, whatever. But if it was like immediately or like year 2 or 3 into whatever the TCG was, I'd be like, what are we doing? Can we get all the Pokemon first? And so maybe that's Magic's rationale where they're like, look, we're continuing to cater to our fans. I mean, at the end of the day, like it's got to be something like, all right, we can continue doing high fantasy and we're going to continue to have our player base and our collector base that likes what we put out consistently. But we're never going to really grow unless new people just decide they like high fantasy. So if we really want to grow and we want to make more money, because that's what a lot of businesses want to do, they want to make more money year on year, then we have to give them a reason to dip their toes in the world of Magic. And so they do stuff like this. And the hope is then that Magic, those players will be like, cool, now I'll just start collecting Magic without these collab sets. And then they build their customer base, their foundation of like consistent fans of Magic, and then they make more money year on year. But I think we know that it probably won't go that way, and they're just going to continue to do more and more collabs because it will just make money. And then the risk is that they sour the relationship they've built with the traditional Magic fan base over the years, and so the most hardcore of hardcore Magic fans probably keep playing and collecting, and then like the ones that like Magic but aren't like ultra like diehard are probably like, you know what, it's just a bit much, and they probably leave, and so you lose those. And then what you're left with in like the short term, year 1 to year 4 of collabs is the hardcores and then the new people that have come in and spent money. But then the second the collabs stop and you exhaust the collab route, then you don't necessarily retain those fans. I don't think anyway. And so that's the risk that like, yeah, you get this short term boost and injection of collectors and buyers and fans and players and whatever, but they don't necessarily, like maybe out of the 100 that come in, maybe only 20 actually stay for like high fantasy Magic. And so, yeah, you've gained 20 new collectors or customers, but you lost the 80 that were like, yeah, I like Magic a lot, but like I can part with it if it gets a bit too much. And so it kind of just balances out. And in the end, you kind of just run the risk of ruining goodwill. I think the intent maybe, or the hope for them is that people just keep collecting Magic and put up with it. But it sounds like, from you guys at least, that threshold is like, they're teetering on that threshold at the moment. Okay, I understand now. And so by me opening up Magic and a collab set, I'm part of the problem. Let's go. JLUV, yet again, making things worse. You love to see it. Okay, so to fix this, the next traditional high fantasy Magic set, I am obligated to buy. So I have to do it for the community to like offset the damage I'm doing. You know, one day we'll do a stream where it's like fully sponsored and I tick all the boxes, I sing the songs, and we don't get any of this discontent. It's just straight up paid shill. Not that that's what they asked of me. They literally just sent it and they were like, no strings attached. Just say thanks. Just shout out that you were gifted and you're good to go. Like they're really cool. And I feel like a lot of like influencer managers and like PR companies like that are pretty cool these days with that. I never feel like I have any like restrictive or strangling influencer responsibilities or brand responsibilities. So I'm like usually kind of chill, but this is funny because I probably should just be like, I love everything. Let's go. What's your fine? The pressure comes from Hasbro. Interesting. The next non-universes beyond Magic set is Lorwyn. Okay, gotcha. Remind me. Prison Break. I never watched that show. Prowler. MJ, Rising Star. Sandman's Quicksand. Mountain. As I said, I don't play Magic, but I did buy a collector box of Neon Dynasty just because I like the art on some of the cards. So I think I'm an outlier too. That was me with Strixhaven, but I never opened up Strixhaven, so I kind of got like halfway there. I just didn't go the full way. Ancient Venom. Sensational Spider-Man. Rare. Borderless. Ponder. Kind of cool. Mythic. Hydro Man. Extended Border. I don't know how I did, chat, but these three look cool. Chat, rate me out of 10. It would have been cool if I got that stone, I'm not gonna lie. 5 out of 10, average. Good pull with sensational. Well, you know what? Average is better than abysmal. I'd rather be average than terrible. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are average. A lot of things are average. It could always be worse. We've been abysmal before. Abysmal was like opening Digimon. Japanese Digimon. We've been abysmal. You ain't wrong, Suckatua. I think these are really cool. How many of these will you get out of a booster box? Like a play booster? $12. No, out of a play booster box. Not a collector's booster box. Okay, so you'll never get these out of play boosters. You'll only get these out of collectors. That's so crazy. These would be really rare then. Because like no one who's opening up collector booster boxes. Open Gundam? If I was going to open Gundam, I'd have to like watch Gundam. And I have not watched Gundam. Okay, as a Gundam virgin, which season should I watch if I was going to watch Gundam? The Sensational Spider-Man, I think you can get from a play booster. Like, which arc? Like, which is the go-to, like, start watching this arc for Gundam? I saw a little bit of, like, discourse over, what do you call it? Godzilla TCG, but wait, I could have sworn Arata drew a card for the Godzilla TCG. Gundam 0079. Good night, Murray. Thanks for all the information. Thanks for teaching me so much today. Thank you, King. I'm glad you enjoyed this hashtag gifted Magic the Gathering stream. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast. Thank you again, Wizards of the Coast. Hashtag Magic the Gathering Spider-Man. Hashtag Magic the Gathering X Marvel. Just started Gundam 0079. Okay. Got it. I need to watch more mech anime general. Hashtag hot dog. I'm hungry now. But I don't have the Costco membership, so I can't go. No. Do you guys have Tostitos corn chips in America? Do you guys have Tostitos? Tostitos, I should say. Where do you guys rank Tostitos corn chips in America? Tostitos, America. No, you guys do. You know what's crazy though, actually? That these, you guys were saying, are exclusive to the collector boosters. I got an eye twitch. Okay, borderless scene cards. That Gwen Stacy is fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That looks cool. And it flips. It would have been cool to find that. Oh, dude, they all connect as well. No, they don't. No, these three connect. 1, 2, 3. That's really cool. And then these two connect. Borderless web slinger. So I didn't get any of those. Borderless panel. So I got Craven's last time. Borderless classic comic cards. I didn't get any of those. Texture foil borderless costume change cards. I didn't get any of those. And then the Soul Stone. These are extended art. Okay, so is it just rares that have extended arts and mythics? Looks like it. Promos. So how come the mythic cards I pulled don't show up here? So how come those mythics I pulled don't show up here? Those mythic cards are in a different subset. It's just all too much. Borderless classic comic cards. Texture foil borderless costume change. Didn't get any of those. Borderless source material cards. So that's what I got with like Savage Beating. Good night, content. Good night, Kygus. Good night, content. Oh yeah, that's really cool. That's awesome. That'll look awesome on a page. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So they're doing some cool things. Excuse me. So much to like absorb and like take in, but I actually feel like I feel like I understand it all now. Like I get it. I understand now. So if I was to go and like buy magic at the store, I would know what I'm going after now. Like I'd have an understanding of like, well, if I'm gonna get anything, I'm gonna get this product. I'm gonna try and get a collector booster. Like I wouldn't go to the store and buy a play booster. Me personally, I'd be going for like collector boosters. Man, have you guys ever had an infection on your finger? I actually fear I may be getting an ingrown. Nah, I should be fine. Just hurt myself. I rate it. Like, I understand why Wizards sent me some stuff because card guy and like he will buy more card stuff and show more people and get more people interested. And it worked. I'm now more interested in it. So again, thank you Wizards of the Coast for the gifted. I ordinarily wouldn't have gone and bought those. I would have bought Final Fantasy if I could have found it at retail. I just couldn't stomach buying secondary market Final Fantasy. I still wish I could find some English. I have some Japanese, but I'm too scared to open it, Asteri. I'm too scared to open it. Too scared. Magic, you should be going for singles. It's scary, Asteri. JP of what set? Final Fantasy collector booster box. Asteri hooked me up. But that's like, I'm too scared to rip it. That's like a rip it in like 5 years thing where it's like, holy crap, he's ripping a collector booster box. He's like taking it out of the archives. You know what I'm saying? If you open it, I'll hook you up again. Can you get a gold chocobo from a collector booster? I thought you couldn't. Japanese collector booster box. What? See, would you mind sending me some expedition Pokemon cards if you got any left there? What are the single prices like for the chocobos? How much was it, like 70,000 for an English chocobo? They smell so weird. $70K for a gold chocobo. Crazy. Absolute scenes. That's crazy. So many rares. I got all these foils. Put these here. Those there. Those there. Trying to pack my stuff up. Okay. Cool. Put them in the box. My magic cards. My first ever magic cards. The first of many to come. How much is a Japanese collector booster of magic? Not Japanese, English. Final Fantasy English collector booster box. Okay. 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 2,400 Australian dollars. 1,200 Australian dollars. 2,800 Australian dollars. 800. So that seems like what would have been like acceptable retail price. Does that make sense? Where it's like, well, it's not 1,200, it's 800. That's a pretty good deal. You know what I mean? Where you'd be like, well, look, at least I'm getting it. So 800 is like, that's crazy, man. This is fuck. That's crazy, man. Because I've seen that like Destined Rivals has gone troppo recently. But 800 for a booster box off the rip right now is crazy. Did I see the Inferno X? They're not reveals, they're leaks. It's really bad to share those, but I've heard that there are a lot of leaks out there. Generally, I don't really propagate leaks for the new Japanese sets just because it kind of takes the wind away from the artists who get to reveal them first. So I try to avoid it. But like, this is crazy, right? $800 for a Destined Rivals booster box? Surely that's crazy. The set came out in May/June. Like, they're 100% going to reprint the hell out of it over the next year or two at least. There really are just too many whales right now. That TBCI just can't counter the whales. Like, they just cannot counter the whales right now. Give me one sec. Lola's lurking around. Whoopsie. I don't know anybody who's still buying and opening packs at the moment of Pokemon just because it's way too expensive. Like, even if I go to Kmart and I buy one booster pack and I'm paying like $8, it still feels bad. We're going to hit the point where a smaller and smaller percent of packs from sets get open. Yeah. Well, like, I feel like the current climate is pretty bad for that now anyway. I only open winnings from League. That's awesome. Honestly, I don't think they're ever going to fix it because they make more money in this climate than they do in the 2023/24 climate where they fix the supply issues. Because, like, you can still buy it here, but you can only buy it for $800. Sold out at 500 is crazy. The reason why I was talking about Tostitos is because they may be the best tortilla chips I've ever eaten in my life. They are so big and crunchy. Even you guys can hear the crunch. This is not an ad. That is so crunchy. Is there like anything left for sale? Gameology is traditionally one of the more expensive places to buy Pokemon cards from in Australia. A Journey Together booster box is $500. Okay. A Surging Sparks is $500. Fuck. What the is every Scarlet Violet booster box $1 billion now? What the hell? This is Australian, not USD. Is a Fusion Strike booster box really $1,800? What? Does anybody buy the stuff at this price? Like, how much of these are actually being sold? How many of these are actually being sold? Like, at some point, people are going to be like, all right, well, I'm just going to do something else now. This is crazy, Mo. It's actually crazy. I don't actually think, check eBay. All right. I don't think Pokemon are going to try and fix it because they make more money in this climate than they do when there's excess supply. And so they probably just keep going. It's honestly, it's better to just keep going this way and burn the bridge of consumer goodwill when it reaches a tipping point and everyone says like, I'm out. And then like there be that like dead period and then build the customer will back up again. It's better for them to just like, as a business, they're probably saying, let's just keep riding this hot hand until we completely exhaust these pay piggies. And then when they've had enough and they tap out and we lose all interest in it, we just rebuild and we do it all again. And we go through that cycle rather than go year after year of it just sitting there and they make their humble 10 or 15% profit. Dude, these Tostitos are crazy. I cannot stop eating them. All right. You're telling me. Wait. Oh, you guys couldn't even see that window. Oh my God. This whole time. Sorry, chat. These are sold. But these are picking up American solds. So like there's this thing you can do in Australia where you can like buy the cheap Australian boxes and then sell them to the Americans, which is kind of funny. How are the calories on those? I don't know, bro. I'm starving. I haven't had lunch. 6 chips, 27 grams is 1 serving, 600 kilojoules. So about 150 calories. See, you can buy them for 675 Australian and then sell them to the Americans for $834. Genius. Huge play. Where'd the music go? It's so quiet. Whoa, $18,000? Whoa. Whoa, it's $53,000 as a 10? Ah, this card got expensive. All right, so a 9 is $7,000. The reason why I say this is because I saw raw. Wait, but that was 17th of Feb. Ah! I don't think I'll ever get this card. Yeah, I'll probably never get. I'll never get this card. A 5 sold for 5,000. So I should have bought the. I should have bought this when I was in Japan in what, April, the raw for 600,000 yen. I should have just bought it if I wanted it. I'll probably just never get this unless I become like a generational millionaire. That's all right. Can't get everything. The reason why I'm thinking about this is I'm like, from tournaments, I've picked up booster boxes here and there over the last few years as like winnings. So I'm like, do I sell the booster boxes that I've won and then buy Crystal Zard? But I don't think I can get that close. I'd need like minimum $12,000 to get like an 8 or like a 7. And I would want a decent raw copy if I was going to spend that much money. To the point where it would be like a trade. So I sell some stuff and I buy the card. That's pretty much like doing a trade. I'm not getting it, bro. But it's okay. I still got a cool Kogi Saito collection. Life goes on. You can't get every card, chat. When do I think the market will crash? If it does happen, it won't happen until after the 30th. Because that's like why there's so much hype right now. Because everyone's speculating around the 30th anniversary. Yeah, like, no, Michi, like, I don't know. I want the card because it's Kogi Saito. It's like the Grail Kogi Saito card. But it's alright. You don't have it, you don't have it. Can't get hung up on it. I got a lot of cool cards. That's what I was saying earlier with like when we're talking about how the universe beyond stuff with Magic kind of like takes away. There's been 30 years of Pokemon cards. So like even if you can't buy something that's come out in the last 3 to 5 years because everything's so expensive, there's still something for you to probably find and collect. You just got to look in different areas. There are so many beautiful cards. Just not everything's. They're just not necessarily all holos. Like they're commons or uncommons. Thinking about picking up some Japanese level X's and primes. Got any favorites? Yeah, I like level X's. I didn't used to, but now I like them. The Leafeon and Glaceon are pretty dope. Giratina's good. The Gardevoir is cool. There's the one that's from the deck, so that's a bit cheaper. I think all the level X's are kind of cool. Primes, not so much my thing. I mean, I like them, but they're just so expensive for what they are. So I'm not in love with primes. Like, Meganium, Typhlosion are cool. But, like, I'm not huge on primes. When you reckon would be the best time to go to Japan for the 30th? For cards, probably the end of the year. Because while the 30th will be what? Feb 27th. The card stuff will come out at the end of the year. Emperor's Prime is cool. They're just not for me. I don't have any crystals. I just want the Zard. So good. You know, the other thing with the Crystal Zard is like, it's so hard to find someone selling one in good condition. Because, like, they're not even for sale on eBay. That's pretty crazy, actually. This sold for 4,000 as a raw a month ago. I mean, it looks pretty good. It's just risky buying raw. Like, this is like a, oh, fuck. See what I mean? I wouldn't spend 5 grand on this. I'd feel disgusted. And there's probably like scratches on the holo as well. You just can't see. If the front looked as good as the back did and the back looked as bad as the front did, contemplate it. You know what I'm saying? See, the front looks good, but the back looks chopped. I'd have trouble spending even like $1,000 on this. $1,000 on a binder copy is like diabolical. Maybe it makes more sense to do this. Take a loan out, get a small loan, buy the booster box, grade every card inside, and hope that you pull it. Damn, no one's selling a box. Do I ever check Reddit for Pokemon card stuff? Not really, no. Crazy year for Pokemon. Crazy year for Pokemon if you're disgustingly rich. Otherwise, you can't keep having fun unless you like diversify hardcore. I used to collect sleeves, Mitchie, but then they just started making too many different sleeves, and it was like, all right, I'm out. Dude, flavor on your fingers after eating corn chips is probably the best part of eating corn chips. And there's so much flavor on my fingers right now. You can see how stained my fingers are. That's disgusting. I have Cheeto fingers. That is messed up. I'm sorry that you guys had to see that. Stare at camera? No. Interesting. Stare at camera with Cheeto hand. No, you got your clip. I gotta like use my teeth to get it off. I gotta like bite my fingers to get it off. I got baby wipes. Yeah, man. Those corn chips are insane. Crazy. All right, chat. That's it for today. I have this actually. I got my ooh. I got my nippers. This is crazy. So I got my tile nippers, right? So now I can crack these slabs. So this is one of the slabs I got to crack. And then there's this one too. I got to crack this. I got a lot of slabs I want to crack. So I think next stream, which will be Friday. So today's Tuesday, Australia. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Next stream will be a slab cracking stream. It's just going to be me trying to crack my slabs. Tile nippers, slabs, and pray. Maybe I should get some pliers as well so I have like alternative tools. Crazy. I'm scared. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I have a lot of cards I need to liberate. Should be a fun stream. So next Friday, 3 days from now. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Not tomorrow, not the day after, but the next day. And a flathead screwdriver. That's true. Cool. That's it for today. Just a quick one. Just a short little stream today. Just keep things regular. You know how it is. Next week, I want to get back into the gaming streams as well. Silent Hill F comes out on Friday, so I kind of want to do the run through of that. But yeah, feeling good. Couple of videos in the works as well. Bit to do. Lunchtime, I reckon. Thanks for coming down. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Good to catch up as always. Ashley, thank you for the sub. Package and Uncle Noms, you absolute legends. Thank you. When's the new pod? We have to record the next episode this week, so I'd say keep an eye out next week for the next episode. Peace out, Franco, Michi, Boba, Chichai, Asteri, thank you as always. Aiden, have a good one, King. GG's, good night, good night, good night. Decimai, have a good one. I'll check out Pokemon TCG trades. We'll see how we go. Alright, chat. Peace. Take care, look after yourselves. I'll see you guys soon. See ya. That's the wrong button. This one. See ya.